Everybody, it's Victor. It's time to eat and run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance series. Happy Tuesday, Mosh Pit. I hope your weekends were awesome and your Mondays were fantastic and your Tuesdays are going even better. What's better than a good day? An even better day. That's what I have to say. So thank you all very much for the support thus far. Obviously, Sunday's video is still doing gangbusters on numbers, and I figured it would. You know, I don't like to hype up too many videos of my own, but I knew that that one was going to definitely be talked about for a while, and yeah, it's still going and trucking away. So again, thank you all very much for the support of the weekend. I hope it was awesome. Here's your picture of the day. This one submitted here by, I'm going to say, Hochafen or Hakafen. That thread was Sissy Longlegs pinned, and then in the thread themselves it said, my wife's friend gave it to me for my birthday because I often shouted little sissy. I love it. I also don't know what type of drink that is behind it. I couldn't identify it, so if you want to give a little insight on that one, Hakafen on the Invictus subreddit or down in the comments below, I'd love to know, just because I'm just kind of curious. It looks kind of tasty a little bit, unless if it's like cooking oil, then probably not. Well, I guess cooking oil could be tasty in a way, but I wouldn't recommend drinking it. Day. Oh my gosh, is that an R key? It is an R key. Vady How Q. We got Spider Mod and pretty decent stats. Our tears rate's a little bit low, but 2.51 tears to start off with is like, that's a breath of fresh friggin' air compared to what we've been seeing lately. I mean, not yesterday's episode, obviously, because yesterday's was just Giga Chad all the way, damage. September is starting off to a pretty good start. We had a little bit of a stumble over a couple episodes, but certainly nothing compared to what we've seen this year, especially in June. I think June still is going to be taking the cake for the absolute worst month for runs this year thus far. I don't like that concussion effect that Spider Mod did on that one Gaper over there. Luckily, decided to take the dumb way around, but it could have trapped us potentially in this sort of ring of rocks area here that we headed towards, but luckily it didn't happen. So yeah, starting off with an R key. Now this is going to be interesting because remember, we have not had an Omega run this entire year, which more and more people keep pointing out to me, and I'm going to try to make it happen, but no guarantees. Obviously, it comes down to a number of things, specifically if it's even possible. But again, with the Omega runs, the big controversy, of course, is, even though I'm the one who made up the whole concept of an Omega run, is the fact that, you know, you gotta let the Mega Satan door, or you gotta let the Delirium portal spawn naturally after the Mega Satan fight, and getting past that Mega Satan block is always going to be the real turd in the punch bowl. So, but when it happens, that means it's just going to be even more exciting. When we do finally get there. Got our very prerequisite famine first floor boss, of course, because that's just how this game is programmed at this point. So we start off 4-1 with basically nothing. I've already forgotten what was inside of our item room. Oh yeah, sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid is definitely something that we do want. It's a damage upgrade, but more importantly, it allows us to break rocks, it allows us to shoot through doors, and skip rooms that we don't need to be in. So in this scenario here, where we don't have any way of actually getting it without losing his soul heart, we would really love to get, you know, some kind of HP here, which we are technically going to because it's blue famine, but obviously it's not ideal because I would rather have a red heart upgrade. And some people have asked me, usually the newer players, some people have asked me, how come sometimes you want soul hearts and then sometimes you don't? Well, it really, just like everything in Isaac, is situational. The thing about Isaac is that you have to recognize what is good at the time and what is not. HP upgrades early on, especially Red Heart HP upgrades, are going to be something that you need for fueling devil deals. That is the whole reason of their existence, and that's something that you should always be looking forward to improving your runs upon, is by getting HP, because A, obviously HP means you can't die if you don't run out of HP. And B, it serves as currency to pay for devil deals later on, which may cost upwards of, you know, two or more HP, depending on, well, it's, the easy answer is because Red Heart HP upgrades pay for devil deals. Soul Heart ones, they also pay for devil deals, but Soul Hearts are temporary, and you cannot refill them as easily as you can with Red Hearts. Later on, especially if you're going for Wow, I think we got less than 7 cents there. I could be wrong. Later on, if you are going for like Polar Invincibility or something like that, then obviously you do not want the HP, the Red Heart HP, because that could stop you from having that Polaroid shield, which is extremely important later on for survivability and whatnot. Where's our... Okay. Pretty much the only wall that I didn't try.
Justice.
Okay, we got 2 Justice cards, so take it. Lover's card, which we can't do anything with, but we might as well hold on to it. And I will go check to see what's inside of the sack room here. A bunch of hearts. And another reason why right here, as you're just seeing, there's a bunch of red hearts that we just cannot do anything with. And that is the consequence of us having nothing but a soul heart based HP pool. We're getting lots of bombs though, and I appreciate that game, especially since that, like, we don't need them now after I'd already spent my one and only soul heart to get the sulfuric acid. So kudos to you. I see what your game plan was here. Yeah, it was a whirlwind weekend for sure. I would say that it wasn't as good as last weekend for me anyway, outside of work. It was just a chill weekend, you know. I played some Lorcana, opened some cards, watched football as much as I could, and you know, people have been asking me what do I think about the Bucks. I mean, the Bucks we're doing good so far. Baker's playing well. Obviously, Mike Evans is doing great. Chris Godwin, you know, it's the usual. It's the regular run-of-the-mill start for the Bucks, except this one is good. I was surprised that we were able to beat the Lions at home. You know, obviously Detroit's one of those teams that a lot of people really love, just out of halfway because like it's kind of pure meme in a way. Like in the Lions was the cool team, the cool thing to do, just because Dan Campbell is just such a psychopath. In a hilarious way, though, not in like a bad way. And I get that. But at the same time, you know, like, the Lions are legitimately pretty good now. So beating them in Detroit was kind of a big deal. I was surprised. Yeah, I mean, we're 2-0. The Saints obviously are the new cool team to like right now, just because they've been putting up big numbers against no-name teams. So we'll see what they can do against a good team. And no, I don't consider the Cowboys a good team. The Cowboys are not a good team. Every year, consistently, the Dallas Cowboys are always overrated. At the beginning of the season and then towards the end of the season, they are always overrated. And I will stand by that. For those of you Cowboys fans out there, you get mad at that. Hey, look, the truth hurts, all right? I don't know why they keep thinking that Dak is going to be it, but he's not it. He's never been it. Once Dak can win in the playoffs, then talk to me. That's what I'll say. But I am happy that we are 2-0, and you know, the Bucks are playing good. We should definitely take the division again this year, I would hope. It's really going to come down to when the Saints actually play the Bucks. That's when we can get a true sense of scale between the two teams there. A Black Widow, we were able to pick up Rotten Tomato as well, which is great. Rotten Tomato is going to essentially paint the targets red, and if they are painted, they automatically take the aggravation, the aggro from other enemies, from Isaac, and put it on whatever target is painted. So it's very good for crowd control. It's very good for taking down bosses that spawn ads, because they just spawn them and then they instantly kamikaze themselves into the boss that just spawned them, which is a lot of significant damage. You get an HP upgrade here, thankfully, and I will absolutely take Ouija board. Come on now. First blind, so you know where we're going. I will. You have to be careful with sulfuric acid and mushrooms, obviously, because they will kind of bone you. Obviously, with Curse of the Blind, we are not going to take blind items, especially in a low life situation here. Essentially, Placenta just paid for us, paid for a Tears upgrade, which we definitely needed for sure. The Tears rate was the only thing that really stuck out as kind of like meh. Yeah, movement speed maybe, but that's a small complaint though. Tears rate being 2.51, it is slightly lower than base Isaac, but not by much. My God. My God. It's pins, so, or it's needles, I should say. So, my God. It is funny whenever I see the pin meme on Reddit, and some people say "my God" because they either misinterpret the meme or something gets lost in translation there. It's like "by God," and then it's "my God." Golden pill, no thank you. There's 2 stone chests here, which I'm definitely down for. Don't really have a whole lot to do with our bomb, so might as well use one. 1 for 2, we get a golden key, which is not going to help us in any way, shape, or form. We are not staying on this floor. I am going to bomb this keeper, though, for 5 cents. And by 5 cents, I mean nothing. And it's definitely, when it's convenient and safe, it's definitely worth taking down every single mushroom you find. If you have sulfuric acid. But again, with this being Curse of the Blind, I'm not really motivated to stay on this floor. A little too close for comfort there, Gertie. Getting another tarot card would be nice. Something that we can use or that's actually worth it. Love to see a Hierophant card. Or maybe get a Hermit card or Stars card or Sun card would be nice too. So you heard the flies spawn behind Gertie, but then they all of a sudden miraculously disappeared. It's because we painted Gertie, and she can currently take damage from contact damage of enemies that she spawns while she is painted red. I actually did get a double deal, which is surprising to me, and now it's not surprising. We get Krampus. Which honestly is probably best case scenario for us to get Krampus here, just because it's a Curse of the Blind. We're gonna take whatever he gives us. Doesn't mean we're gonna keep it, but I mean we at least know that it's one of 2 things, and we got the better of the 2 things, which is Love of Coal. Shot speed looking a little bit too healthy actually. We get a Soul of Isaac. Now that's what I'm talking about. Soul of Isaac's gonna give us a soft reroll of an additional item pedestal. We will happily take that. We did also pick up Inner Child, by the way, which is what gave us our current extra HP, or extra life here. 3 things at once going on right now. I got my cell phone blowing up here. I'm getting Discord messages from somebody. And so you see that Ouija board gave us those spectral tears, which allows us to shoot through annoying stuff and environmental objects like mushrooms, stonies, that kind of stuff. And giving it a Tears upgrade as well is a very nice little handy buff that we had many years ago. But I'm glad that that kind of stuff gets looked at every now and then by the devs. You know, giving something that just simply was just a, hey, look, you get a Spectral Tears, and turning it into a, hey, look, you get a Spectral Tears upgrade, but also you get a Tears upgrade. I'm going to take a Soul of Azazel here for now, just so we can use it on the boss. There we go. Easy peasy, no problem. No double deal. I wasn't expecting one. That's the reason why I didn't mind going in here and just blasting the boss real quick. Nice quick and easy boss. Quick and easy floor. That sounds strangely Chewbacca-ish there. I don't know what happened with my voice right there. It's like part Krendor, part Chewbacca. It's a skinny curse room, so at the very least, it should just be a chest or a nickel or something in there. Or in this case, a chest and a nickel and a penny. An HP upgrade. Yo, now that's some big time plays right there, because now we can play the Demon Judgment down here and possibly get ourselves a free double deal. We even have a Chariot card as well. That was a big time play here. This could be quite nice. He knows he's cooked. He knows that he's going to have to pay out with this many hearts on the floor. And we get the pack. Look at that. So huge time plays there. Gotta say, one of the better plays in the past, I don't know, month or so. And another Curse the Blind. Yep. So if that's how it's gonna be, game, then you know this is it. This is our run right here. I don't think there's really any question as to what's going to happen if we do happen to get a chance to get an Omega run. Clearly, the game is not going to allow us to do that. So far, anyway. But judging off of our almost back-to-back Curse the Blinds here. Look, sometimes you just gotta make big time plays, all right? The game's gonna get mad at you, and that's just how it be. That's just how the game be. If you're wondering why I'm doing this motion here with Isaac and pushing my tiers forward, it's because we can sneak a little bit of extra range out. And your damage, when you push the tiers like this, it gets a little bit more front-loaded. It doesn't increase your damage by any means, but it just allows your tiers to hit at a more focused rate, which allows you to kind of burst stuff down a little bit quicker. All right, so we didn't get a Curse of Blind on our boss rush room or floor. That's great. Sulfuric acid doing wonders for us right now, saving us not only time, but also the hassle of dead ends. We can just skip straight to the next floor, which is really, really nice. But not always the best thing, as we saw on Sunday's run. You know, the biggest hassle of doing this is the fact that you are kind of nerfing your run a bit because you're skipping items. You know, the possibility of skipping out on stats, that sort of stuff. It's the same age-old argument. And I always try to present both sides of the argument when it comes to, you know, like there's pros and cons in everything. Yes, you do lose the potential of getting good items if you skip stuff, if you go straight to the boss, you know, if you use card reading, yada, yada, yada. But at the same time, you also have to recognize the fact that there is an inherent advantage as well. By going straight to the boss, not having to worry about clearing rooms that you don't want to clear or you just have no time for, and possibly avoiding dangerous situations and dangerous rooms. That's the kind of stuff that people get a little too one-dimensional, in my eyes, with their arguments when they say, like, oh, that doesn't make any sense. Don't ever do this. Don't. Blah, 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 blah. Like, no, like, there are pros and cons for everything in Isaac. Just being able to recognize which is the bigger con of the two is ideal. And that, again, that just comes down to player experience and just overall game knowledge, which you get through just playing the game. That's just how it works. Hey, look at that. We get Soul. Soul is at least going to give us the... Ooh, okay. That's going to remove... Oh, it's going to remove Champion Belt. For 2 items. Well, let's get through boss rush first, and we can decide what to do with that. Because the thing is here with even if we drop the Champion Belt inside the secret room, what are we hoping to get? Death Certificate, Ninja Eater, Rock Bottom. You know, we already have our top prize here, which is going to be the R key. So there's not really much motivation that we would want to have with that stars card in a secret room. Damage looking pretty good so far. Almost maxed out tears at the soft cap. That's 7.5 damage. Definitely would not want to lose damage here, but the potential there for something like Binge Eater or something like a Rock Bottom is always going to be a big draw for me. Okay, so we're going to go negative. That is technically going to give us a damage upgrade. Oh my goodness. I mean, feel like we got to take them all. Definitely Athame. Definitely Money Equals Power. Guppy's Tail is a little bit more of a question mark, obviously, with the key situation, but I will take it. It is a Guppy item, obviously. And Candy Art ain't bad. Candy Art ain't bad, but we don't have any Red Heart upgrades to deal with right now, so I'm gonna go for less than 3. Just a regular old basic HP upgrade. May not be the sexiest choice, but it's the correct one right now. Because yes, while I do believe the Candy Heart is the best item there, it's not about taking the best item available currently for us right now. It's talking about the most practical item. And right now we need HP and we need something to be able to use for our next devil deal should we get one. And that kind of exemplifies the point that I was talking about earlier, which is just recognizing what it's not always about. Think about like a fantasy football draft or something. It's not always about what is the best item available. It's what's the best item that right now that can help us get a victory. And while Candy Heart is a better item technically than just a regular old basic HP upgrade, it's not the end all be all. It's not the only determinant factor in what we take here in the choice. Got plenty of bombs. Just doing this, maybe sneak a Soul Heart would be nice. To pick up Vanishing Twin again, which is very odd because you normally don't see Vanishing Twin like ever. Yeah, this button's already depressed. Got the second one. I'm almost tempted to take this and put it into the item room because that would give us 3 item pedestals to roll through, but 2 secret room items though is going to be hard to pass up, especially when we have a reroll with the Soul of Isaac. Isaac's Tomb's not a bad shout. That would give us either HP or a free item every single time we go to the next floor for the rest of this run. That ain't bad. Let's go see what they turn into, though.
Soul of Isaac.
Yeah. So 100% Isaac's Tomb. Red Key is just kind of like, man, whatever. Where would our Ultra Secret Room be? Looks like to the right of the Wrath Room, maybe? Oh. Nope. I could go back and buy... I guess I should go buy that full charge in the shop. No, it can't be here. So what I'm looking for right now is a room... or rooms that are bridged by a red door like this to lead to another possible spot for the Ultra Secret Room. It could also, you know what? It's probably underneath the boss trap room and the vault. And this is the much more sensible play because now if we can access that red door, if there is one here, this allows us to go into the boss trap room, and it was here as well. So yeah. So what I'm talking about, look at the map real quick. You see how, like, picture this red door that we just went into was not there, right? It's not always on the diagonal of 2 rooms, but it usually is, especially special rooms. So what we're looking for is we're looking for a possible gap where a red door exists that could spawn another door off of it. And in this case, it's one room that's adjacent to 2 special rooms that also has a blank space that could go somewhere else. So in this case, we were right, and that's a huge play there because now not only do we get access to the Ultra Secret Room, but now also we get in here. It gives us Consolation Prize, which we do need movement speed. And a key, obviously, because of Guppy's Tail. And we didn't have to go down to low life for this, even though we are technically already at low life. But getting a movement speed's upgrade's pretty huge for us, so we'll happily take that. You see that gate is painted red here, which means the leapers are going to go after him instead. There we go. Yeah, that's some big time plays right there. Fantastic big time play. And we also we're leaving with Isaac's Soul, or the not Isaac's Soul, but Isaac's Tomb. And 3 Devil Dew items. Two of which are good, one of them not so good with Guppy's tail, but I will take it though, because we have an opportunity to get Guppy. If we're going to try to turn this into an Omega run, then we should try to take every opportunity that we can to make it better in the future. So again, sometimes going back to comparing what we need versus what we want, playing for the long-term goal, like all that stuff is factored into just knowing the game and understanding what you need and what you don't need. Right now, we just need HP. We need some. I would like to get more damage. A nice tier effect would be nice, but definitely not needed. Creating some bombs here for money. So at least giving us some damage upgrades here thanks to money equals power. Wouldn't mind a Mr. Mega. Like, we don't need bombs, so joke's on you, Bomb Beggar. So the only consequence of Isaac's Tomb is that it does take a key every single floor. I thought maybe the secret room could be there. Guess it's not. I can't tell where our sulfuric acid tiers are firing. Okay, never mind. It's to the left of here. Or maybe not. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Or maybe, just maybe, sulfuric acid is just not proccing when I'm shooting the wall. Or maybe I'm just wrong about the placement. Which is definitely possible. Without having seen the room, or the entire floor here. But I will say that that wall with that gurgling, that is one of the more common ones that you would see. That's what I like to call a high percentage secret room wall. Now, something to be aware of is that obviously we do have Vanishing Twin, which means that we are going to be fighting one more double boss, and this is the floor that we're going to be doing that on. So we just got to be a little bit careful, especially with us being at 4 HP. Gonna grab all this money here, which is going to be very nice. It's getting a little bit more damage upgrade, and we're fighting Peep. Shouldn't be too bad. Unless, of course, I'm an idiot and do that. Keeper's like, okay. Ooh, double death is not necessarily a good fight for us here. Luckily, though, we painted one of them. They just ran into each other, so that made it a lot easier. There was a sack room here. No devil deal. Get another movement speed upgrade, which is fine. Wow, that's a big second. That's a big first womb. This isn't even XL floor. Good lord. And another Curse of the Blind. Alright, this is getting ridiculous now, game. 3 Curse of the Blinds on one run is, pretty lame. But again, at least we have this. At least we have the ability to just skip out of a floor like this. If the game decides to be like this, we can just be like, all right, well, we're not playing into your hand. Problem now is just lack of HP. We can't take a Devil Dew here unless if it's going to be 9 lives. Even though we do have Inner Child that is an extra life, it doesn't give you. It's not really a great. It's probably, I would say, one of the weakest extra life items in the game. Because yes, it does save you from death temporarily, but it only starts you with with a half heart. Yeah, see, this is not where we want to be right now. Being clipped at the very, very end there. We could go fight Old Hushy, but yeah. Nun's Habit here. Now, if we have to, I can use the R key strategically as a way of getting out of this run and then starting again. If we end up losing our extra life here with Inner Child. Now, I don't want to do that because obviously I'd like to get an Omega run, but winning comes first before anything else. You almost got me, game. When it comes to Omega runs and having fun, Zane versus no, we win first before anything else. This might be one of those times where we won't be able to do exactly that, but we'll see. Soul Heart saves us from at least having to worry about that for now. Aim doing a good job here. On sulfuric acid, you can't be doing that now. Not a lot of tinted rocks, I would say, on this run so far. The Wheel of Fortune, which could potentially be a fortune-telling machine, which would be huge. Carry card's nice. I'll use one key here. It's a Tears upgrade. I'll take it. Doesn't give us much, but remember we have the Cancer Trinket, which means that we are above the Tears cap by a whole lot right now. Okay. Remember, we have stopwatch, so the spawn rate is slightly delayed there. Now, Stanley is not who I'm worried about. I'm worried about fighting Lamb with this HP. Because we all know how much Lamb loves to just travel at less than a frame. And essentially just teleport on Isaac. You gotta be careful with Tomato here, because when you paint something, the feet don't always go where you think they're going to go. There you go. We no-hit Stanley. Best case scenario right there. Mercy Unknown. We know we have two. And we get a Soul Heart and a Soul Heart, which is nice. Duality. Yep. D-Bizzle. Hey, D-Bizzle. Sinvicta robes are essentially free. I'm going to wait on them, though. The reason why I'm going to wait is because since they're free, I don't want to... If we end up dying on the way to Lamb, I do not want to squander the opportunity of getting extra Soul Hearts. Because this is going to put us... Inner Child, I believe, puts us down at one red heart. One half red heart if we die. I believe. I also don't want to use this Chariot card because we may need it for Lamb. Now, in an ideal world, we'll just no-hit everything, including Lamb, and then we have a fresh victory lap to go through the motions of getting through the extra bosses and then having an R key. So R key, we're still going to... No matter if we have 2, 10, 1,000, a dozen... R keys, it does not matter. For us, it still comes down to we have to get past the Mega Satan block. So right now we're going through the motions of what we would do even if we had multiple R keys. Which is the reason why I'm not too concerned right now about going for the Omega run, more so than just making sure that we're going to, like, you know, live and win. I see, we can't be taking hits like that. We did paint adversary here. Yep. D-Bizzle's gonna have to be an all-star for us. He did pretty good. I mean, you know, give your credit where credit's due. D-Bizzle did do a fantastic job last time he was on the team. There you go. So, yeah, tomato doing that is real good. So I believe that we are on. Let's see. We entered with 1 red heart and 1 soul heart. We got 2 soul hearts in here, right? Which then put us up to 4 HP. Because now, after taking D-Bizzle, that put us back down to 3 soul hearts. So right now we have 2 soul hearts. If I grab Sin Robes, that puts us back at 3. And also gives us a damage upgrade. So right now, technically, we should have gained a soul heart from that. I had to stop and think for a moment. Collaborate and listen. For Lamb, basically just wait till he does his first attack and then pauses and then move. Unless he does that attack, of course. Just out of reach is hitbox. There you go. So Tomato just absolutely screwed Lamb, although he's positioned perfectly to where we can't hit him with the orbital. So that's a neat trick game. There we go. All right, round 2. Tango, Quebec, Victor, X-Ray, Mike, X-Ray, Quebec, 6. We've got, yep. Okay, so now our focus turns towards the Omega run. Even though we haven't won yet, we could definitely easily still die with only 2 HP on a victory lap. It's unlikely because of our stats and because of D-Bizzle. We just gotta not be sloppy. Satanic Bible might be a good shout, but not here. I will use it. Hopefully there's a couple of full charges or nothing in here. Keys, of course, are going to be a hot commodity for us because of Guppy's Tail. Oh, look, there's Tinted Rock. A bona fide Tinted Rock right there. All right, 2 Soul Hearts is excelente. Double Champion Gemini is real nice as well. We get an HP upgrade. We also, of course, get a shot speed upgrade, which we actually probably shouldn't have taken. Our shot speed's kind of ridiculous right now. So, doing this now that we're focused on setting our sights for the victory or for the Omega run, we now need to make sure that we get a golden key so we can gain access to the Mega Stand door and have a chance to get Delirium. Because if that happens, then what we do is we beat Mega Stand, we beat Delirium, and then use the R key and then try again, and then that's when it starts getting a little bit more serious. Gigantebine. Then we need a second R key, and then it's all over after that. So we're looking out for the backpack. We're looking out for anything that can give us the ability to possibly get a second R key here. Like Death Certificate, like Genesis, that sort of stuff. Can't be bothered with that rune. Ourselves a Yave. I'm not going to go in this golden chest, though. Okay, so we're looking for the backpack here. School bag and keys. Yeah, I'll take the treasure map. Don't really need a soul heart, so I'm going to pass on that for now. Although I should wait until after we do the boss, because we know that we're going to take a devil deal here. Old Dookie, and is dead. Old Dookie. Yeah, Ninetale is going to range upgrade too. Shot speed getting insane. Twisted Pair and Death's Touch, which is obviously going to be very nice grab here. Okay, we're looking solid. I'm glad that I decided to not re-roll past that soul heart because we're gonna need it. Now, another play we could do is we could go into the boss trap room, and we would essentially be using the soul converter, right? We would be taking 2 soul hearts and be turning it into a red heart upgrade, assuming that there's one in there. I think I'm going to do that. Let's go in the curse room. Check this out. It's synth oil, which is absolutely worth it. The shot speed is definitely cooking. We get to maintain Inner Child. The reason why we did that now instead of after taking the soul is because I wanted to go in there anyway, and this gives us 2 soul hearts. So there's no reason for us to burn those 2 soul hearts anyway, when we can just simply go into the boss trap room for free. Then we go buy some soul hearts in the shop, and yeah, then everything's honky-dory. That, the backpack or school bag. Starter deck allows us to carry 2 cards, so I'm fine with that. Another death card, okay. I'll take Hive Mind. It gives us a chance to get Beelzebub. We'll most likely see, we'll most likely see more, we'll get more opportunities in the shop. Okay, double soul heart, bingo, bango, bongo. Not gonna go to the curse room, we really don't need to be honest. Justice. The stars card, I like that. Okay, well now we can go in the curse room. Might as well, since we can get out, we can get in and get out for half price. Essentially got us in for free.
The stars.
I gotta take Mom's Eye. We've already talked about it. But in case you don't remember, Mom's Eye, it gives you a shot that randomly just fires behind Isaac. And it's not always the best. It's not the best option, especially if you're a stickler about controlling your outgoing damage like I am. The second trinket there with the no trinket, which is not actually that good. We don't necessarily not want spacebar items because we're looking for death certificate inside of our secret room. So as much as I like no, every now and then, okay, let's stop being stupid here. As much as I like no every now and then, this is not the situation that we want to remove the possibilities of us getting spacebar items. And we need to go find the secret room. There it is. Very short journey. I remember we need a Mega Stand key here, so at least we'll be able to always see the entire map as soon as we're done with the boss to let us know if we did miss a sack room. Right now, we don't have enough HP to do anything in terms of sack room, which there's not one here anyway, so that's fine. E-Bizzle, holding it down. The Lusty Blood's always going to be good here. Sack Altar, we don't want to lose D-Bizzle. Airwalk's fine. So what it comes down to now is just we need to stabilize our HP. Maybe even consider stop using devil deals at this point. That way we don't. That way, if and when we do find a sack room, we'll be able to. We'll be able to have enough HP to play it. World card. I like this Yarrow rune. I like the idea here. You get into the shop free anyway. Really don't like using 2 keys here. This is a global D20. Golden chest which you can't get. I was hoping that was going to roll us into some keys, but we actually cut off a large portion of the level by doing this way. On top of this, we also get a chance to go into the boss trap room, which is nice. Get ourselves a Yave, which means that we can get into the item room. We get an HP upgrade, which is fine. Teleport out, and then we go immediately to a super greed fight. Music didn't even skip a beat. Expect us to get that soul heart back game. Again, this is where Vanishing Twins value really starts to shine, giving us 2 bosses and 2 boss items every single floor, which is fantastic. Especially when we get such great items like Brother Bobby in the Quarter. Tomb still holding it down for us. Okay, so now this is the time that we need to get a sack room here. If there was ever a floor that would be perfect timing for a sack room, it's going to be this floor. Got almost full HP that can guarantee both of the key pieces there, because we wouldn't be tapping more than 11 times anyway. We need to hope that we get a little bit of extra HP to kind of help us recover. D-Bizzle is the key to all that. So we get just a blank item here. Ace of Hearts could be very, very, very helpful with D-Bizzle. We'll get a Devil Deal, no surprise there. And there is a sack altar, or there's a sack room, I should say, so that's good. Okay, so we're going to be able to get the 2 key pieces here. Ace of Hearts is very, very, very helpful for us to recover that HP that we're about to lose, because not only can we kill everything and turn them into hearts, but then we can also use the Yarrow rune to get back all those hearts back. Just essentially just double whatever D-Bizzle throws down. I was tempted to use the Yarrow rune here, but no, let's stay practical on this. Something else to consider too. Remember, if we get down to the 30 coins phase, we can turn those into hearts as well, and then Yarrow it, and then we have too much HP to go through at that point. It's a good problem to have. We're doing this. Getting a payout would be nice. It'd be real cool. We did get an Angel Room payout. I'll take it. I ain't gonna poo-poo that. This is Rags. Okay. Could turn into Risen Lazarus if I really wanted to. There's our first key piece. Get the soul hearts anyway, so that's fine. Since we got the soul hearts, I'm not going to use the Yarrow room. We can use that for something else. Second key pieces a go. Yeah, I'll just pick all this stuff up. Good. That was easy. Over and done with. We got ourselves our key piece. Omega Run dreams are still alive and well. Now, all we need to get here is going to be the backpack, which is not really a super integral part, but it is a very helpful part. We get booster pack instead, which is not what I want. Revelations. It's a free soul heart. I like it. We already got our horseman drop anyway, so. And now we have the Arrow Rune and the Ace of Hearts play. Hi, baby. Ghost baby? Clubs, nah. We want the Ace of Spades for some keys. But yeah, just like that, we're set up here. So yeah, big time floor, big time place. Oh. I mean, it was a range upgrade, but like it would have been nice to, just have. Imagine if it wasn't a range upgrade. Imagine if it was something that we actually needed. Golden Key is going to help us out greatly. Now we can open up every single golden chest that we see. We get Birthright, which could potentially be good. Another Twisted Pair, sure. It does give us Conjoin, but more movement speed and a key here. Now we're just going to be firing scythes all over the place. We did get in there for half price thanks to D Bizzle. We're still looking for our Fool card. But really, we don't need the Fool card because we're going to have to do Boss Rush anyway if we are going to be doing an Omega run. Money back here for some damage. Emperor card, which is nice. Ace of Hearts. Remember, we still have the Arrow Rune as well. The Fool card. Yeah, I mean, we really don't have to get the Fool card if we're going to have to do Boss Rush anyway for the Omega run. If we get an Omega run. I mean, it's still impossible we may not. In fact, it's very likely we may not. It all comes down to getting past the Mega Stand block anyway. This was a damage upgrade, which is nice. Yeah, we're picking up a little bit of keys here and there. It is worth it for us to clear every single room, though, because it does give us an opportunity to gain more keys. I'm kind of disappointed that we don't have flying by now. The hearts again. We left a little bit too soon there, buddy. There we go. I think that's Red Mon, but it's hard to tell. Take the Polaroid. Devil Deal. Big non-Devil Deal. Scorpio. Oh my gosh. I guess Scorpio. Happening. Got a champion boss rush again. We've been seeing a lot of these lately. You know I'm getting my HP back. Yeah, that range upgrade would have been nice. We'll get some more money here for Money Equals Power, which is good. Do more damage. Okay, and a whole lot of nothing there. Good. But we didn't gain a whole lot of keys there. Despite us having a golden key, I mean. Yeah, this could potentially be a lot of... If anything, this could potentially be a lot of HP and or money. Now, this is not the best room to do this in, but I'm going to do it anyway. We're not gonna hold on to the card against Mandy. Wicked Crown's not terrible. Actually, it is terrible. We've already been to Shoal. Money. I don't even look for the petrified poop anymore. It just doesn't exist. Eternal Heart, we can take it. Got our Emperor card. Let's go see. There's really no reason for us to be. I mean, all we need now is just another art key. But we can't do it on this run anyway because we don't have the backpack. So no devil deal. We finally got a range upgrade, which I never thought I'd be happy about. But Fizzle, yep, hooking us up here. Yeah, there's just no reason for us. We just have to get past the Mega Stand block. That's basically the only game plan at this point, and then finding a shop that has a I'll take that file. It has a backpack in there, or just getting another R key on the victory on the R key after Delirium that's basically the play that we're looking for now. And we do have to go fight Old Hushy, so that is part of the Omega run. Double Yara. Yeah, so I will take both of these just to activate Polar Invincibility. Not that we're going to be in danger or anything. Double Yara is interesting. Because we don't need to go to the boss. This isn't a run that we're going to be in danger of losing. So I'm fine with taking Double Yara here. Only have one key. It's unfortunate. And we definitely picked the wrong door. Okay. Now we got Old Hushy with our flying squadron of twisted pairs here. Can't believe that has the range to hit us from all the way down here. So what's nice about having Tomato here is that, again, this is going to paint Old Hushy, meaning that all the ads that he ends up spawning, he'll be basically spawning them inside of his hitbox, which immediately kills them, but also deals a lot of damage to Hush if he's painted at the time of him spawning them. Right now, I'm not sure if we did or not because everything's red. Fame also helping us out with that as well. Hi, baby. I don't care about taking one hit there. Or there. Alright, down goes Old Hushy. We at least we can get into the second item room. And we get Little Gertie. Come on down, Little Gertie. Sorry, Little Chub. All right, no keys. Just go straight to Isaac here. Key room. And honestly, at this point, what would I double Yara rune? Probably just a bunch of soul hearts on the ground, to be honest. If we had keys, then I'd definitely be down, but we didn't even see another Guppy item. Which is the reason why I didn't want to take Guppy's tail. And normally is the reason why I don't take Guppy's tail. Unless we already have, like, you know, unlimited keys or something like that. But it comes down to getting past the Mega Stand door. So we can't actually even open that. Let's go. We got to beat Blue Baby. We already have Conjoin, so... Hey, there's our Mr. Mega. Little Brimmy! Everybody's coming out for this. More hearts. Secret room, little shortcut here, and yep. Doing great, little Gertie. So down goes Blue Baby. No Delirium Portal there off of him. And now is the moment of truth. It's gonna be a real crying shame if we hold on to 2 Yara runes and just don't ever use them. But we don't have any keys, so not really much we can do about that. So all optional bosses have been killed. Boss rush has also been done. Isaac, Blue Baby, all that stuff is done. Lamb, Stanley, Mega Stan's about to be done. Just need a Delirium Portal, R key, and then we have to get a second R key somehow, some way, and then it's locked. So the biggest hurdle of any Omega run attempt is going to be what we're doing right now. And that is getting past the Mega Stand block. We'll see if the game is feeling generous or if it wants to tease us. Give us the Delirium Portal and then just not give us a second R key. Which is definitely something I see the game doing. Right, baby. Good damage here, but we don't have overwhelming damage. Getting up close to personal with him. And it ends there. Oh. And I think that's like 6 in a row now that we've had where Delirium has been denied by Mega Satan, but them's the breaks. Either way, we had a good run here. September continues to roll on. Like I said, 1 or 2 runs. It was a lot of fun. And thank you, everybody, for all the support over the weekend. I hope your Tuesdays are going off to a great start. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you click the like button and leave a comment down below. It's going to happen. We got to get at least 1 this year. Today wasn't the day, but that just opens up the door for tomorrow. Until next time, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Like thanks to patrons of mine like Flashback 007, Paradoxius Blackheart, and Alex Meyer. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of the next episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Sinvicta.